Welcome back, everyone, to the Roman Show. And on the line, we have a new band built during the pandemic. And I have Johnny, Kevin, and Frank joining me to talk about their newest EP, Bridget Viginti. And they have already dropped a single. Well, actually, they've dropped 2 singles already. And The Tower is the latest one. You can check out the lyric video on our webpage, theromanshow.com. Circa Arcana joins us right now on the program. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Man, so I checked out the music, man. Really, I love the sound, the beat. You know, for those who are not familiar with the band, if you're a fan of if you're a fan like a Wage War, that type of music, this is the band for you, Circa Arcana. So, first and foremost, tell us about The Tower, which is the single right now that's coming out. The new EP drops February 18th. But tell us about the new single out right now. And I was reading some of the pressers that states that you guys are really about let the listener interpret what we're saying in the lyrics. You guys don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, definitely. So when it came to like Esoteric, The Tower, pretty much this whole first EP, it's pretty much like battling your demons, right? So a lot of us in the band have struggled with demons in our own way. I myself was an addict, and I know I put a lot of that into The Tower and Esoteric. So The Tower is pretty much kind of facing that person in the mirror that you have to deal with every day to overcome that battle that you're fighting. So pretty much the song's based like you're fighting and having an argument with yourself. But yeah, so if it interprets in another way for the listener, that's totally awesome. We're super huge on that because we could listen to the same song and you'll think it was about one thing, I'll think it was about another, but it's definitely meaningful to us in our own ways, and that's what we really, really want our listeners to grab hold of when they put on Bridget Viginti or The Tower that's out right now.
So the EP drops February 18. We have 2 songs from it. How many are we going to have in total?
In total, it's a total of 5 songs. So we're going to have Esoteric and The Tower, of course. And then we have 3 other songs that are added onto the EP. So it's like, I guess technically would be like we also have like a music video that's going to be coming out when we drop the EP. Cool. And that's going to be for a new song that you guys haven't heard yet, for Ten of Swords, which is going to be on Bridget. And then the other 2 songs, the other one's called The Chariot, and then we have another song called Luna as well.
So I was reading that you guys are really into tarot magic, tarot, black magic. How does this come into play? How did you guys get into this stuff? And is this the inspiration behind the lyrics? I mean, tell us a little about the story about that.
So, I don't know. I'll go first.
I mean, do you really believe in this stuff? Did you get your hands read, your palm read?
Well, we're not going to give too much away, obviously. We want that kind of secret in ourselves, right?
Yeah.
But we do really, really love everything like paranormal, spiritual, black magic, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
That we just love everything about it, man. It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Do we practice it? I don't know. We'll just leave that up to the listeners.
So you won't mention the Ouija board stuff or anything like that?
Like we said, man, we'll just... No, I'm just kidding. Pretty much, I mean, like, we don't... Like, what I like to tell people, you know, is, like, we like to kind of push ourselves to the limit, and kind of, even when it comes down to, like, writing and musically and everything, you know, we like to kind of get out there and touch on themes and touch on concepts, you know, that like the average person would be like a little creeped out,
yeah,
or would think twice about, like, you know, getting involved into. Not saying like we're trying to like freaking like murder people or whatever, you know, but you know, like sometimes, like, you know, we'll be around and someone will tell us like, oh, have you guys like heard of this place, or like there's like these demonic spirits or whatever, and most people will be like, oh, don't tell me, and we're like, oh, dope, dude, where do we go? Where can we go visit that or whatever, you know? We're not trying to, like, you know, like I said, do anything crazy, but, you know, touch into, you know, don't touch into avenues that, you know, that push the limit, push the boundary, of what, you know, society kind of dictates is normal and not normal, you know, and you never know what you'll find, you know.
So, Circa Arcana, how did this come about? Now, you guys started it in the midst of this pandemic in 2020, but how did you guys get together? How did you guys come up with the name? Was it on the spot, or did you kind of just started process of elimination until you said, all right, we're going with this one?
So I think the name came about is we all cut our hands with a knife.
No, I was about to say. Trying to put on some witches.
I was just kidding.
Some witches.
It was something cool like that, though.
Yeah, so like when COVID started, you know, everything shut down. Like completely. Frank and I were actually we were in another band before Circa formed, and like we had all these things going on. We were trying to, you know, do shows and all this other stuff, and then COVID hit. And I'm not gonna lie, like I felt like almost every project that was going on at that time kind of just dropped. You know, like we weren't doing any shows. We weren't, you know, nobody could get together to do anything. So we were just like, well, I guess we'll just call it quits. You know. And then, you know, I think maybe that process probably lasted on maybe like a month, and then we were like, hey, you know what, like, well, let's get things back together. Let's let's form something new, you know. So Frank and I got together and started looking for a couple other people because like the previous project that we were in kind of fell apart, and that's kind of how Circa started. At first, like. Yeah, it was pretty rough because, like, I remember, like, we had, like, lockdowns and curfews and all kinds of stuff. And then we tried to, like, you know, social distance in, like, the rehearsal space and all this other stuff. And so, yeah, it was kind of, like, a work in progress. But the way we kind of saw it was, like, well, we can't go out. We can't do anything. Might as well let's just write some music, and then we'll just wait this out. And if we survive by the end of the year, you know, croak, I guess we'll go out and start playing some shows. And well, it's been 2 years. We've only been able to do a handful of shows because stupid COVID's still going on. But it is what it is, man, you know?
Well, good for you. So what would you say your influences derive from? Where did you get your what did you guys listen to this and incorporate some of those sounds into this music of yours?
I think that's one of the coolest questions we get asked, is because all of us have such a different taste in metal than the other, that it's cool because when we get together and like really incorporate our ideas and mold them together, you get this sound that just hasn't been heard so far. You'll really hear it in Bridget Viginti, especially with Ten of Swords, and then upcoming music that we'll be releasing too. It's pretty awesome. But I know my biggest influence, like straight from the top, and like Slipknot, like some grungy kind of dissonant chords, and just seems like a bunch of chaos, but there's still breakdowns, and I'll let Johnny and Frankie give theirs.
So, I'll let Frankie go first, I guess.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I actually came from a new metal and hardcore, a hard rock breakdown. So like, I grew up with like Breaking Benjamin, Disturbed, all that stuff. And then I started getting into the metal core-ish kind of music. So like Wage War, Parkway Drive, all that. So that's my influence. Drumming wise, I'm all about Travis Barker, all that stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can hear that too, for sure. I can say that. Like with drum wise, like we touch, like you can hear a lot of that. Like we try to blend in kind of like different, you know, like genres into the style of music. Definitely. I think for me, like guitar wise, influence wise, yeah, like I like to listen to a lot of, you know, different types of metal. I think from, I don't know, I would say like from like Moths to Flames, or even like Wage War, like you mentioned, pretty badass band. Underoath, different bands like that. I try to, when it comes to like writing, I try to kind of like also think of like what the listener would want to listen to. So yeah, we like to keep it heavy, but I like to kind of keep a lot of melody and write a lot of like melodic leads and things like that kind of also what do you call it, like accentuate whatever Kevin is singing melody wise and whatnot. But honestly, yeah, it's just kind of like a mixture of everything.
So again, the new EP drops February 18th. So what's in store for 2022? Little by little, we're getting rid of all these protocols, right? And it seems that more concerts are happening. So which song are you guys looking forward to perform live if and when you guys hit that road?
I would say, the whole EP is awesome. We enjoy playing every single song, and from the times we have been on the road, we've accumulated some fans. They have their own songs, but like I said, we have a very close connection, like instrument-wise, lyric-wise, with all of our music. So they're all super fun to play. The one thing I'm looking forward to the most is, like I said, Ten of Swords. I'm going to keep hyping that one up, but it's just how powerful, how fast, how much it goes from like this crazy metal stuff to like a melodic chorus, and it really kind of reels you in. So I'm super excited to release that video, have everyone hear it, and then have everybody see it perform live on the road. I think that's going to be a real full circle moment. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. And as far as, I can't wait to hear you guys perform live. Now, you mentioned you had some tour dates. Can you let us in on some dates or some towns you'll be visiting? Is it going to be for the rest of 2022 or just a couple of spots? Get back to the studio, make some more music, and then hit back the road early next year? What's the plan?
Yeah, we're trying to hopefully, we're still like in the final stages of setting up the tour, so we can't really announce. But hopefully like in May, probably do about a week and a half. Hopefully as it looks like things, it looks like things are getting a little better, so we're trying to set up what we can for that, and then hopefully just start setting up also like a couple of like little pop-off shows. Like, we don't mind going and for the weekend and playing a couple places here or there. It just kind of depends on everything that's going on right now. So, but we're hopefully, if everything goes well, we're based all the way over here in El Paso, Texas. It's like right at the tip.
Right.
Of Texas, so we're trying to get to, I think if we do the first tour, we're kind of aiming towards just tackling like just heading west and tackling a lot of spots there, and then hopefully maybe before the end of 2022, if everything kind of works out, maybe even try to head out east and head over there to those areas.
Well, we'd love to have you here in Florida. We're not that far away, just a 2 hour, two and change of a flight. We'd love to have you here and perform on our stages. Curiosity, are you guys going to have some tarot readers? You got to, man. At the shows.
Oh, definitely.
Well, why not? At the merch table.
We'll show you some tricks,
Yeah, at the merch
I'll draw
table.
like a little dog on your palm or something. I'll make you a balloon.
At the merch table, you could have a palm reader at the merch table. Why not?
Yeah, dude, I'm about it. That sounds like a good idea. We're gonna have one, and like when you come see us live, you'll get a free reading just for bringing up that idea.
You can't beat that, man. Guys, thanks so much, man. Love the music. Keep at it. I was blasting it through my workout this morning. So keep kicking ass. We'd love to have you down here in Florida. And everyone, check out the new EP. It drops February 18th. Make sure that you hit follow on your favorite streaming service, whether it be Spotify, Apple, or the others. Check out Circa Arcana with their latest EP, Bridget Viginti. And also the single is out right now, The Tower, and Esoteric is out as well. So check that out. Guys, thanks so much for your time. And again, we look forward to seeing you in action on the stage.
Thank you, my man.